Hello and welcome to my channel, Inviting Possibilities. My name is Rochelle, and I'm here to do a reading for Earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn, wherever you have those in your chart. And you have them somewhere, everyone does. So this could be for you, and that's my intention. And this reading is timeless. So whenever you catch this is the right time for you. I've chosen 3 cards from Wisdom of the Oracle, and I'll be clarifying with some other decks. And I've let the universe choose a song, and the title of your song is Sucker. Sucker. Yeah, I'm quite the sucker sometimes. uh I was re-listening to the Earth sign reading from the last one I did, and I was like, whoa, this is really resonating. And I am kind of a sucker for someone who's nice. If someone is like, being sweet, even if I know they have bad intentions, I'm still like, oh, but they're being so nice. Mm. Oh yeah, it's fun. Okay, so let's see what's going on here, and we can apply the sucker thing to this reading. Um, we have clean it up. It's great because this reading is actually pretty simple. Um, which I asked for this morning. I wanted simple. Clean it up. This is, it could be a physical cleaning up, but very much an emotional, just going within, doing some excavating, clearing out the stuff that eh, attitudes, ideas, beliefs, uh, habits, feelings, all the things. Just kind of really examining things within yourself and seeing what doesn't fit anymore, what doesn't serve, what's out of place. Um, and and it doesn't have to be a difficult thing. Sometimes going within, it's like having to examine things that are really uncomfortable that we don't want to look at. It's like, oh, I'd rather not. But you can make it fun. Try and be silly. Try and see the absurdity of your situation, the humor in it. Um, um, lighten things up. And I think doing this cleaning, this sort of psychological emotional cleaning, will help you to get into a better place emotionally. And it's the two kind of go hand in hand. And really cultivate this feeling of just like, you know what, this too shall pass, and it's stupid and it sucks, and yet I'm not going to let it bring me down. I'm not going to give my power away, cuz yeah, when we let situations like put us knock us to our knees, sometimes it happens, sometimes it can't be helped, but we always have the choice to get back up again and to be like, well, that kind of hurt, but I'm okay. I can still walk, and whatever, like however you can shake yourself out of it and get yourself into a playful mood, a playful place. And I certainly can relate to this. With a lot being someone with a lot of earth in my chart, it's very easy for me to take things very seriously. It's very serious, and take myself very seriously. And you know, it can be challenging to see the humor in a situation. But even if you can't see the humor in the situation itself, or in your life in general, just try and distract yourself with things that make you happy. Try not to focus on the things that are bringing you down, and take a nap. Just, rest, retreat, recuperate. Um, the whole cleanup process, like, it might take a little bit out of you, and that's okay. That can happen sometimes. So you have fun while you do it, and then you take a nap. You give yourself a break. You allow yourself the space to just like, Okay, I'm not going to think about this right now, or I'm going to do something completely different. Um, and maybe maybe the song, the title, "Sucker." It's like, um, you kind of get suckered into things. I want to say into being serious, being very serious about things, and you want to try and recognize that and pull yourself out of it as much as you can, or maybe get suckered into things that cause you to feel very serious. Anyway, let's dive in. Let's go to the good tarot and see what we see what we've got here. um yeah, page of air. Yeah, new ideas, new focus. Cleaning up helps you to shift. Even just going in with the intention of cleaning things up can help you to kind of like you you understand that you wherever you're at, wherever you've been, whatever emotional baggage you've been carrying, it's in a certain kept you in a certain mind frame. And this is you kind of like, okay, in order to clean up, I need to open to new understanding, to new ideas, to new possibilities. And allow in that will raise your vibration, raise your frequency, and allow you to feel better and be more open to something new coming in. And the 5 of fire. Okay, well, you might be dealing with people who have different ideas than you do about things. There could be a little bit of like, there's been some drama. Maybe you're used to dealing with drama. Maybe you get sucked into drama. You're a sucker for a good argument or something. um, and this card, specifically from this deck, talks about um, honoring differences, understanding that everyone has something different to bring to the table, a different truth, um, a different perspective, and allowing that and being okay with that, and not letting someone's truth that doesn't resonate with you bring you down, like not letting yourself feel like you need to wage some battle, some war, because someone doesn't see eye to eye with you. This is just this is lightening up, in a major way, and just being like, okay, you know what, you think that, and good for you. I'm gonna go over here in my corner and just like, if that works for you, great. I'm gonna focus on what works for me, and we can all be happy. Um, and 10 of fire. Yeah, yeah. There's very much a surrendering energy here, letting things burn away, letting cycles close out, very very um, gracefully, and you might have gotten burned in a situation. This card always speaks to me of someone getting burned. Her hand is bright red. Um, but you'll heal. You're not focusing on the pain. You're focusing more on the fun, like she's juggling. She's kind of allowing things to happen, keeping things in the air until it's time to release them, until they burn away naturally. She's not just dropping everything and walking away. She's like, okay, like, yeah, it's a little painful, but I'll be all right. And pretty soon this is all going to end and we'll have a new beginning anyway. A new beginning anyway. So, all right, let's look at the Oracle Tarot. Starting to starting to get that urge to get a new deck again. I'm so obsessed. I see other people's decks and I'm just like, ooh, I like that one. Ooh, I really like that one. Dreams of change. Yeah, you You want to be, you have your sights set on collaborating and being with people of like mind with similar passions, similar ideas, where you all kind of support each other and light the way together. And whatever you've been dealing with, you somehow have been dealing with some people who don't necessarily support you, who don't necessarily encourage you. And it's learning to be okay with that, that there's so many different kinds of people in the world. And ultimately, if we're dealing with any kind of uncomfortable situation with other people, it's because there's something within us that is attracting that, that is vibrating at that frequency. And so this is where the cleanup comes in. What in you is attracting that? And learning to recognize it and get yourself on a different frequency so then you can manifest um, people in your life who do get you, who do support you. Oh, and then we get the sun, awards, camaraderie, and affection. This is where you're heading. The sun is the happiest card in the deck. Landing on happy, happy. Getting, understanding that you're still moving in the right direction. That's going to work out. It is. And you're going to get to a place where you're just like, okay, like awards, feeling abundant, the camaraderie, the affection from the people that you really care about, that you really want in your life. It's all coming because you are doing that inner work. And it begins with you. It always does. It's always an inside job. And budget lessons. 5 of fire and the 5 of pentacles. Yeah, it's been tough. What you've been through has been tough, but a part of what's been tough is that you've been feeding the toughness. It's the idea of um, suffering over your suffering. Things happen, it's difficult, and then we feel bad about ourselves because things happen and it's been difficult, and maybe we didn't handle things right, or we get down on ourselves because we're like, how could I have let this happen? And it's like, you know what, things do happen sometimes. What can you do to change that? And that's what's so great about this card, is that it kind of speaks to you learning the lessons coming out of the difficulty, changing, understanding what needs to change, and taking those steps to do it. No matter how difficult something is, there's always a lesson in it. There's always something, some takeaway that's going to help boost you. I'm going with the Osho Zen Tarot. Transformation. You're going through a major transformation, which is always very exciting and usually quite painful. I mean, with with the Phoenix rising from the ashes, you got to burn down first before you can rise up again. And we don't like getting burned. That is not fun. Takes a while to heal. And yet you're doing it and you're going to be okay. You're going to be better for it. Hey, NC, good morning. So, and you've got all these tools at your disposal. You're finding your balance. You're finding your voice. I often kind of miss the face here, but the hand is touching the mouth, and you're just like showing up in a new way for yourself in your life. All the things. All the things. Oh boy, this is such a fun card. The 7 of Clouds, politics. This is what you've been dealing with. Oh, fun times. Fun times. You're like, I see you behind your mask. But somehow you're getting to this place where you understand. You know what? People like this typically they are like this because of their own wounding and their own inability to be able to clean up. And so it's learning to have compassion and understanding for people. It can be so what's the word? It's just so frustrating when you're dealing with people like this. E- Enraging, and yet eh, they're human too. We're all human. We all wear the mask sometimes. We all have the potential to be kind of insidious and not on the up and up, not always in our most integrous. I don't know if that's a word. Not being in integrity with how we act, with how we show up. And so it's recognizing when you see this in your outer world, there's something in you that needs to be worked on. Always, always. So, mhm. Not easy. I get it. But then we get completion. Completion. Figuring out what you need to do, closing out the cycle. You've got the final puzzle piece so that you can move on to your new beginning. And oh, you've earned that nap. Yes, you have. You take a nice long nap. I love naps. Naps are the best. Um, I want to. I really want to look at the Dreaming Way Tarot. I really want to start incorporating this deck more if I can. It's fun. It's cute. Um, oh, and then we get the Five of Wands, another five. Oh, it's the same five. Yep. Yeah. We got some drama. Dealing with some issues and people. In this card, people have their hands on the table. What in the world are they doing? They're just I don't know, everyone's all over the place, like, we got someone talking in his ear like, "You should be doing this," and someone else is like, "No, this is my table." I don't know. It's just it's just a big crazy mess. Everyone's doing their own thing. Hi, Ankita! Um, I mean, technically, I'm doing a tarot read right now. This is for earth signs, but I'm not doing anything personal. No. I gotta go to my job today. Um, so anyway, there's been some kind of drama, some kind of tension, issues with people, and it just keeps coming back to this point of allowing people to be who they are and knowing that you got to bring it back around to yourself. And we get the Nine of Pentacles, focusing on yourself, focusing on what you need to do to make yourself happy, to make yourself prosperous, not letting it get you down, not letting people's weirdness affect you too much. It can't be helped sometimes. We get affected. Um, but to learn to shake it off. I mean, like, well, it happens. I'm still gonna be okay. What's in a year? Am I gonna really care about this? Am I really gonna think about it too much? Most likely not. King of Swords. This is you getting to this, as things close out, as the cycle comes to an end, you are you this is you kind of making head over heart decisions where you're like, I'm not I'm not cool with certain kinds of behaviors and attitudes. And This is you, like, if you've been a sucker before, you're not falling for it. You're not falling for the mask. This is exactly what I was talking about in the beginning. For me, like, someone puts on the mask and is all happy and nice and smiley, and I'm like, "Oh, they're being so nice." And, meanwhile, they're still them, and it's just being very discerning and being very clear about, I don't care if you're being all smiley and nice. You don't have to be a jerk about it, but you can just be like, "Yeah, thanks, but no thanks. I'm doing my own thing. Um, I'm putting myself first." And this can also be you strategizing your new beginning as this cycle is ending, taking control, taking back control of a situation. And as you're doing it, you're raising your vibration. You're feeling better. You're feeling happier because you're just like, yeah, you know, my power lies in how good I feel in any given moment, and how rested you feel as well. So it's good. So, wow. Oh, I know. I want to look at the wisdom of Avalon. Let's get some oracle cards in the mix. You've got movement. Things are moving. Things are moving and a changing, and it's really good. I love this card simply because it it's not stagnant. You're not stuck. Wherever you might have felt stuck, you're starting to, like, as you do this cleanup, the energy starts to flow, starts to move. You start to feel better. And the stag, God, this card comes up so much. Pride and leadership. Not not letting yourself get down because your pride has been wounded. Not, you know, I mean, even to a point, not letting your pride get wounded because you see beyond the mask. Like, you see it coming. And so you're just like, I see you, and I'm just gonna be me, do my thing, and be happy, be silly, laugh at you for being so weird. And it allows, and you're rising up, and feeling better and better in your life about yourself, and being a leader. It's like taking the situation, understanding what you, how do I say it? You you are allowing people to be who they are, honoring the diversity. A true leader, a very good leader, is able to allow and appreciate other people's point of view, even if it's one that is not necessarily on the up and up. You're still like, well, they're still human. They still deserve to have a voice. I don't know. It's tricky, but you're doing it. You're able to. You're able to just, like, yeah, honor others, and then they're magnetized to you. And the cow, nourishment, abundance, asking and receiving. You're learning your lessons. You're learning your lessons. And so you become more abundant. Nourishment. You're doing what you need to do to care for yourself, like taking a wonderfully long, restful nap, um, and asking and receiving. The King of Swords, I mean, he does more than ask. He kind of demands, but it's being in that place of letting people know, what do you need, and then being open to receive it. I want to, what am I doing? I know. Angelic messenger cards. Angelic messenger cards. We have change. This card keeps coming up a lot too. Lots of change. Lots of fives here. um, and movement. Change equals movement, which is wonderful. Not always easy. We don't really like change, but it's inevitable and it always leads to something better. And I do not use the word always lightly. Passion, which is also a 10, another 10. Following your passion, allowing a cycle to close out so you can start something new that feels really good, that you feel like inspired by. You want to go in that direction, move in a very quick, intense way. Um, anyway, yeah, trust. Trust always comes into play when you're ending a cycle and beginning something new. You don't know what's coming around the corner. And ending a cycle isn't always very comfortable. Walking away from something, letting it close out. It's like, what now? This is weird, like walking into the unknown. And so trust is just, it's that thing you fall back on where you've been through it before. You've made it through other hardships before, made it through successfully. What's the quote is, you've made it through 100% of your worst days. So that means you're gonna keep doing it. You're gonna keep getting through. Trust the universe has your back. And let's end on, where did it go? Oh, I want to end on a rune card, and I didn't get my cards ready. Okay. What rune card will we have today? Ooh. Okay, this is a new one. I haven't picked this one before. Ingwaz. We've got two people who look like they're about to kiss. It's cool too, because they both look female. Yay. Um, I don't know. It's a card of soulmates. It's a card of connection and being on the same page. And yes, if you are single, this might be your new beginning. You might be meeting someone who you want to kiss. You could be a female who's into other females, or, male into males, whatever you're into. There's somehow, some way, there's someone coming into your life who really lights you up, who holds that light up for you or with you. Ingwaz, I said it right. The meaning: earth and sacred. Ingwaz is linked to sexuality and fertility and is a sign of passion in a relationship. Yes. Or tremendous creativity in work or business. There is strong energy driving you forward. That's right. And if this exciting and positive momentum continues, success is likely. This is all about the positive momentum. The rune card is also a symbol of green shoots and being free to move forward in a new way. Oh, it's buried, but it's in here somewhere. Move forward in a new way with new idea, new focus. The old is left behind, challenges are resolved, and a new dawn breaks. You are breaking through to a new way of thinking and living, and there's no looking back. That's right. Now is a time for glorious new beginnings. That's right. And you are encouraged to seize the moment. Ingwaz truly carries with it a sense of magical possibility and the promise of peace, relief, happiness, and inner growth, as long as you don't allow fear to hold you back. And when I said happiness, inner growth, yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Um, Sometimes it is not our limitations, but our ability to shine that we fear. This card is encouraging you to step forward and shine brightly. Shine brightly. That's right. Um, so often, so many of us have a fear of success more than we have a fear of failure, because now we really have to show up in a whole new way. And, the implications of that can be overwhelming. And yet, that's that's where you find your ultimate happiness and success, moving outside the box and doing what you love, doing what you feel passionate about, or who. um yeah, this is beautiful. This is moving you in a whole new way. Once again, another reading about transformation and living your best life, being authentic to who you are. I love it. I love it. So wishing you well on this very transformative journey. And leave me a comment if it resonates. And thank you so much for being here. I will see you on the next video. Mwah. And if you haven't already, like, subscribe, and share.